Hi, I'm Paul Deneau, Dean of the Center for Innovative Technologies. We're in week 3 of our class, Intro to Computer Software Development Careers. This week we're going to look a little closer at short descriptions of each one of the 3 programming majors. And we're also going to look at the technical core areas we talked about last week in week 2. And we're going to do that by interviewing the 3 program chairs. Each one of those chairs is going to tell us a little bit about their program and then talk about 1 or 2 of those technical core areas. And we're going to start with Don Youngpeter, Program Chair of Computer Programming, Database Management. Don, your program, again, is one of the 3 programming majors. What do you think makes your program unique? Tell us a little bit about it, what's offered in that program.
The CPDM program is composed primarily of 2 parts, the programming and the database and database management. And the students learn how to build internet programs, how to create and build internet programs, and they learn how to manage a database, how to build, create a database, and then when they get about halfway through the curriculum, they start getting those 2 to talk to each other. For example, you go out to Amazon.com and you register for the first time. It wants to know your name, your address, your city, state, zip, phone. When you fill out that form and hit that submit button, all that information, first of all, it goes into the database and creates a record just for you with your login and your password. And then your address, city, state, zip, and so on is now in that record, so that a week later or 5 years later, when you go back there and log in, it'll know who you are, it'll know your information. It may be outdated, but it'll all still be in there. That's a database record that is created by an internet program. In CPDM, you learn how to do both and tie them together. The internet programs that we use throughout the curriculum include software like C#, PHP, Visual Basic, classic ASP, JavaScript, XML. There's a whole bunch of different programs out there that we use to write internet programs. The databases that we employ would include Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, and we get those, we teach you how to build those databases, database tables and so on, and then you use the C# and the VB and the PHP to communicate with that database and tie it all together. One of the very unique features of the CPDM major is the fact that you can take the courses online. We offer all of the information technology courses online, 100%. There's no traveling to campus, parking, all those things are eliminated. You can work at your own pace. We do most of the interaction with these courses through videos. So you'll watch a 15-minute video on how to deal with the part of a computer program. And if it doesn't make sense, you watch it again. And if it doesn't make sense the 3rd time you watch it, you email your instructor and say, this isn't making sense. The next time that class runs, that video will be fixed so that that question doesn't come up. If I receive 1 question about anything in my classes, I either put it in the frequently asked questions or I fix the video that caused the confusion. And eventually the courses run very smoothly and the students can handle them on their own.
Well, I think that's a good explanation. That's what we're trying to do here, is have each program chair give us a little idea about what makes their program unique. But one of the other things I wanted to accomplish with this interview was to go into some of the core technical areas that are required for graduation. And as you mentioned, in CPDM, 2 of the most important areas are database design and management and internet programming. So let's start with database design management. You used Amazon.com as an example of that. What exactly is a database?
In the simplest form, a database is a collection of tables. Say we have a customers table. Then we talked about the Amazon thing a minute ago. Inside that customers table, you're going to have records or rows. In Amazon, if I log in and I created a little account for myself, I now have a row in their database, a record in their database that's just for me. And in there is my address, my credit card information, everything that I've put into the Amazon database is either in that row or it's in a row in another table that talks to my row. Rows are made up of columns or fields. Address 1, address 2, city, state, zip, those are all individual fields. And then you compile all of those tables with all of that information, put it all together, that's called a database. And that database is then interacted with back and forth through the internet programs. If you think about a database, here's what you can do to and with a database. You can add new records, you can edit existing records, you can delete records, and you can display or print or list records. That's about it. The courses that you take in database, you'll learn how to write what's called structured query language, which then allows you to do all of those things to and with the database. You can add a new record using a structured query language. You can update and delete and so on. It's all just different keywords.